Good morning all of you. Today in this video we discuss matter waves. In the earlier we discussed the phases of classical mechanics and with the help of some quantum mechanics how we can easily overcome from these phases. So here in this video we will discuss matter waves. So we know that, but earlier at the end of 19th century or up to 19th century, they thought light or radiation is in wave nature. Okay, earlier, before 19th century, they thought that energy and matter, energy and mass are different concepts. Okay, so at that time, by considering this light or radiations as a wave nature, they completely successfully explained interference, diffraction, polarization, reflection. So these are all concepts were successfully explained by considering light as light or radiation as a wave nature. But this knowledge was completely failing to explain photoelectric effect, quantum effect, black-body radiation, spectrum of an hydrogen atom, or spectrum of black-body radiations. These are all. But in 1900, Max Planck give a quantum theory. So according to Max Planck, light is not only a wave nature, light is not a continuous, light is also in discrete pattern. Light is also a discrete pattern. This light is made up of energy packets like this. It is not only a continuous, it is discrete pattern which each has energy packets h nu. Each packet has an energy packet G is equal to h nu. So light is in discrete pattern like this. Okay. So with the help of this knowledge, Einstein explained the photoelectric effect. Okay, so these are all photoelectric effect, black-body radiation, quantum effect. These are all can possible to explain by considering light is a particle nature. This particle nature was first given by Max Planck. Okay, so now we can easily conclude that radiations or light behaves as a dual nature. One is wave nature. By considering wave nature, we can easily explain the phenomenon like interference, polarization, diffraction, reflection. By considering light as a particle nature, we can easily explain photoelectric effect, quantum effect, black-body radiation, right? So these are right. But with the help of these are all knowledge, Broglie gave an idea. He suggested that, according to him, if light or radiation behaves as a wave nature as well as particle nature, it behaves as a dual nature, then why not the matter also behaves as dual nature? According to Broglie, matter also behaves as a wave nature. Matter also behaves as a dual nature. So when matter behaves as a dual nature, according to Broglie, when the particle starts moving, it behaves as a wave nature. It behaves in a wave form. The wavelength of this matter wave is lambda is equal to h by mv. Okay, so let us see some points about these Broglie assumptions. So Louis Broglie in 1924 was proposed the concept of matter waves. Okay, the idea of this Max Planck and Einstein combined. So Broglie proposed the concept of matter waves. So according to him, nature loves symmetry. Okay, we know that nature loves symmetry. That means if light behaves as dual nature, according to him, obviously matter also behaves as a dual nature. So what are those dual nature? Wave nature and particle nature. And the two forms in which nature manifests itself, matter and energy. Okay, And if energy exhibits dual nature, matter should also exhibit a dual nature. So according to him, if energy exhibits a dual nature, that means if light or radiation exhibits a dual nature, the matter also obviously exhibits a dual nature. So this is the first point of de Broglie. His thoughts. Okay, de Broglie concluded like this. Next, according to him, de Broglie, his idea, periodicity is associated only with the wave phenomenon like interference, diffraction patterns, which are governed by integral multiple or half integral multiple of wavelength. Okay, this periodic motion was completely associated only in wave nature. But he observed when this periodicity is also observed by Bohr orbit. We know that when electron revolve around the nucleus, it has some periodic motion. Right? It has some periodic motion. N lambda is equal to 2 pi. So this periodicity is also observed in electron motion. So electron is nothing but matter. So waves also has a periodic motion. So now electron or particles also in periodic motion. Next point. So in the next point, energy at Einstein had in 1905 established the relation between mass and energy. So Einstein gave a relation between the mass and energy. According to his relation, he said that energy and mass are interconvertible. According to Einstein, energy and mass are interconvertible. That is, E is equal to mc square. Energy is there will be a relation for energy and matter. Here energy means radiation or light. By using this thought, de Broglie started thinking, and also he gave a conclusion. If energy is converted into mass, then why not the mass is converted into energy? So why not there will be a relation for energy and matter? And he gave an idea that dual aspects of mass, namely matter, also should exhibit a duality. According to him, matter also should exhibit a duality. So de Broglie concluded by seeing these all conditions. What are those conditions? According to him, first, according to his thoughts, nature like symmetry. That means in the nature, if light or radiations behaves as a wave as well as particle, dual nature, then this gives an strength to de Broglie. By using this idea, de Broglie first suggests that nature like symmetry, that means if light behaves as a dual nature, matter also obviously behaves as a dual nature. Matter also behaves as a particle as well as wave nature. But when the matter behaves as a wave nature, when the matter or particle or like electron starts moving, then it behaves as a wave nature. Next point. So we know that periodicity was observed in the interference diffraction like this by considering this light as a wave nature. This periodic motion is also observed when an electron revolves around a nucleus in an orbit, in a Bohr orbit. So here also you can easily conclude that according to de Broglie, the electron also behaves now as a periodic motion. Next point. So energy and mass are interconvertible. So by all these, but this was successfully explained in Davison and German experiment or double-slit experiment. We can easily conclude that this electron or proton, this matters also behaves a dual nature. Okay. So according to de Broglie, the wavelength produced by this matter wave was lambda is equal to h by p. If p is equal to mass into velocity. So lambda is equal to h divided by m into v, where m is the mass of a particle and v is the velocity of a particle and h is Planck's constant and lambda is the wavelength of a matter wave. So when the matter behaves as a wave nature, when the matter or like a particle starts moving, it behaves as a wave nature. Okay, when the electron starts moving, it behaves as wave nature at a suitable conditions. Okay, so but it is not possible to, it is not easy to say, so in this time electron behaves as a wave nature, in this time electron behaves as a particle nature. So it is not possible to explain, but it behaves as a wave nature and particle nature in suitable conditions. Okay.